Hello viewers, and thank you for joining us. We are in May, the Culture Month. We may have different languages, different religion, different colored skin, but we all belong to one human race and we are all Zimbabweans. As the Zimbabwe Republic Police, our culture, our tradition, and our goal is to create a crime-free society for Zimbabweans. This is Crime Watch, and my name is Onesisa Sivanda. The abuse of drugs and substances is a cancer that needs an all-stakeholders approach to end this malpractice. Detectives from CID Kariba arrested a ZPC Kariba Football Club player, Mango Winston Muthulasoni, age 35, who is popularly known as Baga, in connection with unlawful dealing in dangerous drugs. The arrest led to the recovery of the following drugs and items at the suspect's residence: approximately 4.7 kgs of dacha, 11 by 100 milliliter bottles of Benylin with codeine cough syrup, 1 bottle of Bronclear, 30 boxes of 10 by 100 Ziploc bags, 1 Electromaster kitchen scale, 2 mini digital scales, 19 packs of 50 toast leaf rolling papers. Let us hear more on this arrest.
I can confirm the arrest of Mango Winston Muthulasoni, aged 35, a ZPC Kariba football player for unlawful dealing in dangerous drugs. An assortment of drugs, inclusive of mbanje, illegal cough syrups such as Bronclear, were recovered. The drug and substance menace is now a social ill affecting us as communities. And let me hasten to say, this is no longer a sole responsibility of the Zimbabwe Republic Police, but now requires concerted efforts of the communities to fight the drug menace. So, as the Zimbabwe Republic Police, we are now calling upon communities to come on board and assist us in the fight against the drug and substance abuse menace. Let me also take this opportunity to thank members of the public who supplied us with the information that led to the arrest of the accused person.
Moving on, the Zimbabwe Republic Police is looking for information which may lead to the arrest of David Machakada, aged 47. He is being sought in connection with a case of robbery which occurred at ZX Fuels, New Albany, Harare, where 99,000 United States dollars cash was stolen. Anyone with information to contact the National Complaints Desk on 0242 703 631 or Police General Headquarters WhatsApp on 0712 800 197 or report to any nearest police establishment. In other news, police community liaison officers are periodically taught on good customer care through different workshops. Recently, the Senior Staff Officer Press and Public Relations, Assistant Commissioner Paul Nyati, held a meeting with all public relations officers in Bulawayo Province on the sidelines of the Zimbabwe International Trade Fair.
The issue of murder cases, which we are currently experiencing, and the rape cases, the Chief Staff Officer Crime was saying we had 18 cases of rape throughout the country in one day. And they've said, how do we conduct awareness campaigns? Some of the rape cases are taking place inside homes, where you have stepfathers, where you have even the real fathers raping their own children, where you have heady boys raping children belonging to their employers. So it's a challenge. Then you have children coming from school who are also being sexually abused. So we need to intensify our campaigns, but we can't do these campaigns in isolation. That's why we're talking of involving other stakeholders, like the church, the school authorities. And I'm happy in Bulawayo I'm told these are the activities that are being conducted. Then there is this issue which he is going to give us challenges, because we don't have correct information. Where people are posting on social media to say, we have got a problem of child kidnappings, we have got a problem of, child abduction. Yes, we have had isolated instances of children going missing, but some of the cases are exaggerated. We cannot say as a country we have got a problem of children who are going missing, or of children who are being abducted. Yes, we might have one case being reported, say for example, Bulawayo, but does that entail what we cause alarm and say Zimbabwe is now ungovernable because of the children who are being abducted? So we've said, let us conduct awareness campaigns. Because one of the challenges which we have is that their parents say, a parent stays in Pomola, but that parent wants his or her child to attend school in Usai, but they don't make adequate transport arrangement for that child. Or somebody who stays far away, even some farming communities which are surrounding Lawan, they want their child to attend schooling in the CBD, but they don't make adequate transport arrangements for the child to attend school and for the child to go back home. And when the child comes late, then people they say, my child has been abducted, my child has been kidnapped. But when investigations are conducted, you don't see that. So we also want you guys to conduct awareness campaigns on that.
With that story, we take a short break. Join us in the second segment. We are in the second segment of Crime Watch, and thank you for staying with us. The police engages with the public in various ways through community social responsibility, and this is done as a spirit of belonging and oneness with the communities which we police. Recently, the ZRP Support Unit Fairbridge Women Network donated uniforms to the needy, and Crime Watch was there and witnessed the kind gesture.
We are here at Fairbridge Primary School to donate uniforms to the less privileged children at the school. We are doing this to fulfill one of our key result areas, which is social responsibility. We normally do this every year. Like last year, we donated food hampers to cancer patients, and we also donated sanitary pads to an orphanage.
I want to thank the police, that RP Fairbridge. They came to our school to donate uniforms, shoes, and other goodies for our children. It's quite a milestone for our school. This will cover them even during winter. It's not an easy thing for one parent to donate to another parent's child. For this, I want to thank the police so much.
Siyabonga lama family sinike wona lenzele kusasa lingakhohlwa ukuze lingakhohlwa abanye lapha likuphe khona uNkulunkulu elenzekile engezelele kahle lingancedi thina sodwa ngekulekethu uNkulunkulu mpayi mfunde mpasi.
Moving on to this week's traffic segment, it is back to school, and this period is characterized with an increase in vehicular movement. It is everyone's responsibility to observe road rules and regulations. Let us hear more from the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe.
With the opening up of schools, the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe would like to urge all school-going children to exercise caution, especially when using the roads as passengers, pedestrians, or cyclists. When using the road as pedestrians, we urge all school-going children to walk on the right side of the road, facing oncoming traffic. We also encourage them to cross at designated places such as pedestrian crossings or intersections. We understand that during school run, parents also take part in transporting their children to school. As such, we encourage parents to always exercise caution when using the roads. It is important for parents to make sure that their vehicles are roadworthy. When using a vehicle to transport your children, parents are advised to drop off their children at designated places. They are also encouraged to be extra careful and keep a watchful eye for other children walking and cycling to school. It is important for parents to reduce their speed when approaching schools and avoid rushing to school to avoid scheduled delays. If you're planning to let your child walk to school on their own, talk to them about the route they'll use and the dangers they may encounter. Assess your child so that you can judge whether they can cross and walk along the road safely on their own. Children learn by watching, If walking your child to school, talk to them about how they can keep themselves safe and always try to set a good example when crossing the road. If you want your child to cycle to school, it is important for a parent to check if their bicycle is in good condition. Ensure the brakes work, the tires are pumped up, and the saddle and handlebars are securely tightened. Plan the route your child will take and consider cycling it with them for the first time. A helmet should be worn at all times. For public service vehicle drivers, we are imploring them to always do the right thing for the safety of their passengers and their vehicles. We say road safety is everyone's responsibility. Let us all do our part in becoming responsible road users for us to save lives.
It is the third and final segment of Crime Watch. The Zimbabwe Republic Police exhibited in the just ended 63rd edition of the Zimbabwe International Trade Fair in Bulawayo. The ZRP was exhibiting its services to members of the public, which included forensic science, drug and substance abuse, amongst other services that we offer. And it was exhibiting under the theme, Harnessing All Resources and Efforts to Sustain Peace and Enhance National Socio-Economic Development for the Attainment of Vision 2030. It is on a sad note that we report a fatal road traffic accident that occurred along Harare-Pindura Road. 2 people lost their lives and 16 were injured. The driver, Alec Munava, aged 30, of Mayambara village, Chitungwiza, was driving a white DAF truck, registration number AFK 6095, due south along Harare-Benda-Pindura Road with 20 passengers on board. 4 of the passengers were on the front seat and 16 were sitting on top of tobacco bales in the vehicle's loading box. On approaching 69-kilometer peg along the said road, the sole party lost control of the vehicle, swerved several times and landed on its left side, blocking the road. A report was made at ZRP Pindura Traffic, who attended the scene. As a result of the accident, 16 people were injured and 2 people were pronounced dead upon the arrival at Pindura Hospital. The injured were referred to Pindura Hospital, where they are all admitted. The driver of the vehicle is being charged for contravening Section 49 of the Criminal Codification Reform Act, Chapter 9.23, as read with Section 64 of the Road Traffic Act, Chapter 13.11, culpable homicide. In light of this development, we encourage farmers not to mix goods with passengers as they ferry their tobacco to auction floors. Members of the public are encouraged to avoid violence in public places or even in their homes and to respect the sanctity of human life. This comes in light with the murder case that occurred at Nika Growth Point in Bikita. The accused and the now deceased were workmates employed by a construction company that is based in Bulawayo. They were hired to construct a shop at Nika Growth Point. On the 2nd of May 2023, they went for a beer drink at Nika Growth Point and returned in the early hours of the morning at the shop which they were constructing and decided to warm themselves at a fireplace which was in a tent. The now deceased and the accused person had a misunderstanding in which the now deceased blamed the accused for disrespecting him as the most senior person in the team. This angered the accused person, who took a piece of firewood that was on the fire and struck the now deceased 3 times on the head, and he fell into the fire. The informant pulled the now deceased out of the fire. Unfortunately, he sustained head injuries and burns on the face. He was rushed to Silveira Mission Hospital for treatment, where he was admitted in a serious condition. On the 3rd of May 2023, the now deceased condition deteriorated and he eventually died. A report was made at ZRP Bikita, Nika police post by the informant, and the accused person is still at large. The deceased was taken to Silvera Mission Hospital mortuary, awaiting post-mortem. In our previous episode, we flighted a wanted person named Takutswa Chifua from Gutu, Masvingo, who was wanted in connection with a fraud case. We would like to notify members of the public that the wanted person has since been apprehended, and would like to thank you for coming forward with the information that led to his arrest. We now move on to people on the police wanted list. Zeterapi Sanyati is looking for Tongai Neuso, age 30, of village 15B, Boterekwa, Sanyati, for a case of attempted murder. Kudakwashe Njanji, age 38, of village 5, Jompani, Sanyati, is wanted by Zeterapi Sanyati for a case of murder. Zeterapi Sanyati is also looking for Amos Mutoza, age 38, of village 2, Jompani, Sanyati, for a case of murder. Should you have information that may help in the location of any of those people, contact any nearest police station or contact us on the following details. Our National Complaints Desk number is 0242 703 631. The website address is www.zrp.gov.zw. Email us on feedback@zrp.gov.zw. We also have a Twitter handle @Police Zimbabwe and Facebook page Zimbabwe Republic Police. To those who may have missed this program, do not despair. You can watch any of our episodes on the ZRP YouTube channel, Zimbabwe Republic Police. It has been a pleasure having you along. From me, Onesisa Sibanda, and the crew behind the scenes, pleasant viewing.